Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Pitch It. I'm Jordan Ross.
And I'm Michael Zavala.
And this is our special guest, Michael Moss. If you couldn't tell by Michael's shirt, we're actually doing an episode where we're going to pitch...
Oh, you mean my shirt?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. By the way, we're not wearing the same shirt, by the way.
I'm voting for Jermaine and Brett from Flight of the Conchords.
I'm doing Picard and Riker.
Yep, from Star Wars.
I show up with my appropriate shirt, and both of you are wearing matching almost uniforms.
If I had a Pokemon shirt.
I was so embarrassed when we saw each other together. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Can't be
At
seen
least
like
it's not
this.
the same one.
Right. It's close enough.
Yeah. But
you're not on the same campaign trail.
No.
Right.
No.
Two completely different ideals.
Exactly. No, like you couldn't be more opposite. But yeah, so we're pitching our ideas for a live action Pokemon movie.
Yes.
Okay.
And Michael and I are not very familiar with the Pokemon universe and, you know, the whole story and mythology behind it.
We're what you call noobs.
Noobs.
Yeah.
Very good.
Thank you.
And so we brought in our Pokemon expert, Michael Moss.
Yes.
It's like how, you know, when you watch Pawn Stars and they had to call on the expert to sign off on stuff?
Yeah.
We call our Pokemon expert.
Exactly.
This is a piece of crap.
Yeah.
No.
All right, 3,000.
So I guess we could just jump right in. So basically we'll say a director, a cast, and a plot for each of our Pokemon movies. And since you're the expert and the guest, I'll let you go ahead and start.
Oh,
so
I have the notes on my phone. Hold
ooh,
on.
nice.
Wait. As soon as I got the call, I was like, all right, I know exactly what I want to do.
You texted me like 15 minutes after, and we're like,
Done.
I already know what I'm doing.
Done.
Yeah.
It's
Had
done.
you thought about it before, or did you think about it after I told you? Like
Immediately after you told me, I was
you
like,
had it?
Have you ever see like a cheesy 80s movie where someone has to hack into anything?
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's completely unrealistic.
I'm getting
They're
into
just
the
like,
mainframe. I just need one more
I'm done.
minute.
Yeah.
It's like 2 DOS lines.
Yes.
Yeah.
Enter.
Yeah.
The password.
I got it. We're good.
I'm in.
Yeah. So that, basically. All right, so you said a director, a plot,
Yep.
and then are we going to go over cast, or are we going to save that?
You can do whatever
I don't
you want
want to.
first.
I don't want to go out on a limb and start doing my cast.
No, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
like
I'll
whatever
say
you
your
want.
movie.
I'll save it.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So I'm thinking Pokemon, right? Now I don't. Okay, so just to clarify, are we doing game or are we doing the anime series?
Is there a difference? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah,
Okay, so
it's just whatever you want.
whatever I want.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we were doing, because the game is there's sort of a singular character and there's not this big supporting cast of, you know what I mean, other notable characters from the anime. So I decided to go ahead and do the anime.
Okay.
My director would definitely be Chris Columbus.
Okay.
Oh, who discovered America?
Yeah.
Yes.
Big
Yeah.
fan of his.
Yes.
Wait, the Chris Columbus
is still alive.
Home Alone,
Surprise.
Chris Columbus,
Yes.
and
Home Alone,
Pixels.
Harry Potter. Yes.
Okay.
Pixels.
Didn't he direct Pixels?
I don't know.
I think he did.
With Adam Sandler.
I think he
and,
did maybe.
I Love You, Beth
God.
Cooper.
Oh God. Well, yeah. So wacky, outlandish
Yeah.
movies. Okay. So Chris Columbus, because it's got to be, it's got to be lighthearted. It's got to be fun,
kid friendly.
I don't want this to be a new Power Rangers movie where all the Pokemon are horrifying and
it's all
realistic.
dark and-
I don't want this to be a Christopher Nolan universe, right?
Directed
So-
by Zack Snyder.
Yes. Yeah. Anyway, so Chris Columbus, and the plot is the cast of characters have to stop Team Rocket from ruining the Elite Four.
Okay.
So basically, the spectators who attend the battles of each Elite Four, battle, they have to turn in their Pokemon like you would at like a football game or anything like that. You have
Okay.
to, or like the airport or whatever. You turn in your Pokemon to prevent interference with the battles. And then Team Rocket wants to take hold of all the checked-in Pokemon while everyone's focused on
So
the
then
battle.
no one has Pokemon
So
except
then-
Team Rocket.
Exactly.
Sneaky.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like this big sporting event almost. It's the Elite Four. It's the big championship. Everyone checks in their Pokemon without thinking because, they don't want, just for posterity.
Yeah.
And then
It's like
they snatch them up.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool. I
That's
like
actually
it.
really good. Yeah, it's
And
way
you're
better
saving your cast.
It's way better than what I was
I'm
going to say.
saving my cast.
Okay, you can tell us your cast a little bit.
You guys cast.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Mine's really out of the box. So I'm sure it's not my choices or like the people I chose. So you can go ahead and do your pitch if you want. If you're ready. If you.
Yeah, I'm
still
always
need it.
ready. You know me.
Okay.
I just got to find this actor's name because I don't remember his name. Because I'm going to do my casting.
Don
choice.
Cheadle.
Okay. So mine's a little.
Yes.
Mine's a little
As
out of the
Ash
box.
Ketchum. Don Cheadle.
Really
Is that his last name?
Don.
Ketchum?
Yes.
Ketchup.
Yes.
Um,
catch 'em.
That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. Well,
Yeah.
the more you know. Okay, so mine is going to be, it's actually going to be a kind of a crossover like they're doing with 22 Jump Street or 23 Jump Street and Men in Black. It's going to be The Hunger Games now Pokemon. It's taking place. This is the 5th Hunger Games movie.
Okay.
Are the Pokemon competing?
Okay.
Well, what happens are now after all this destruction, everything kind of goes back to normal, right? The two characters, Kat or whatever her name is, Katniss and the other guy.
Yeah.
They have a baby at the end of the movie. The 4th that leads up for the 5th movie, right?
Okay.
Well, this is the Ketchum dude.
This is his story.
This is his story, and it's going to be played by Finn Wolfhard. From,
Wait, so Ash Ketchum is Katniss and
it's Kat,
what's
it's
her
a child?
what's
Yeah,
her name's- okay.
yeah. So that's almost like a prequel. It's like
A
The
lot of
Hobbit.
people don't know that, but
Right.
that's actually
Yeah.
That's-
So this is like
yeah.
The
This
Hobbit.
is from Wikipedia. He hasn't
Yeah.
gotten to his pitch
This
yet.
is my pitch hasn't even started yet. This is a Finn Wolfhard who played Mikey in Stranger Things, which is on Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
Watch that
Oh,
now.
okay.
That's good.
He
yeah.
is my Ketchum dude.
Ooh,
whatever
I
it
can
was.
see-
What
have
was
you
his
been
name?
watching Stranger Things?
No,
Oh, it's
I haven't.
great.
So
Watch
good.
that.
I'll show you a picture.
Actually, we're
of-
gonna stop what we're doing now and watch it all again.
We're gonna watch all 8 episodes real quick.
We'll be right back.
We'll be back in 8 hours.
Yeah. Okay.
So nobody knows what's going on. This whole technology is coming out. Meanwhile, there's a Pokemon. They're developing technology to catch these creatures because they're
Yeah.
tearing
Yes.
up the gardens and stuff like
Yes.
Ugh.
that. They're just nuisance
The
at this
worst.
point. Yeah, and
The Douglets, what are they called?
Diglett?
Diglett. They're the ones in the garden.
yes,
Yeah.
that's his name.
Yeah. Ash.
Ash is walking around. I haven't narrowed down the plot points
Yeah.
yet, but Ash is
He's just walking around.
He's walking around, and he's like, "I want to do something to help this," because his Katniss gets attacked by
His
one
mom.
of these.
Okay.
Yeah, his mom. And so,
Oh, so does Jennifer Lawrence die?
no, she's not. She lives. Spoiler
Okay.
alert. But she's in the movie, and so he's like, "I need to do something I need to catch them all. I need to catch all these. I need to catch." He says it. He looks at the camera, of course, when he says it,
It's like Malcolm in the Middle.
but he doesn't know how.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's walking. He goes to the Pokemon building, and he meets the Master Catcher,
Okay.
the Mr. Catch-em-all,
Okay.
and he's an Asian man, obviously by the last name.
Mr. Catch 'em all.
And he is played by the guy who does the Ancient Aliens show, the crazy-haired guy.
Okay, no, that's a running bit in our show.
I just think he's a great
He
actor.
always adds the Ancient Aliens guy.
Right.
He did it in our
Giorgio Tsoukalos.
we pitched Indiana Jones,
like-
Captain America, and X-Men so far.
Yeah, he's
and
been every single one.
He put him in all of those.
I'm like Adam Sandler. I put all my good
Yeah,
friends in
yeah.
everything.
yeah.
Well, no, he needs to be in there. He's perfect.
And
Yeah.
Brent Spiner will be reprising his role as a crazy scientist from Independence Day in this movie. He's the
He's
one who's
Professor
developing.
Oak?
He's Professor Oak. He's building the little Pokeballs,
okay.
and so they train Ash to do what he needs to do, and they set him up and like, "You're the one, Ash."
the Karate Kid.
It's a little bit of a Neo kind of
Yes.
thing, but it's
Okay.
it's a metaphor.
All
You're the
right.
one,
For what?
Ash. For the future setups of the movie. So this
Okay.
is this is episode 1. That's actually what we're gonna call it, episode 1.
Okay.
The
Phantom
Phantom Menace, because one of them's called he's Phantom is one of the
Okay.
Pokemon. And he's a menace.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like Dennis the Menace almost.
Okay.
He's dressed like Dennis the Menace actually. So he gets in it. Anyway, they're starting to like, well, you know what? Let's get these games started again. The Hunger Games, which they had been done with for years.
Yes.
And they said, let's do it again. And they go, no. You know what? Instead of endangering human lives, let's train these Pokemon to fight against each other.
Okay.
And that's how it starts. And then it goes black. And then the music plays. Dun, 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 dun,
Boom.
dun, 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 dun. It's
Okay.
it's
John Williams.
John Williams. Thank you. I'm glad.
I had John Williams
I just
as
said
my
Nice.
composer.
I just looked at him. I said, dun, 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 dun. He said John Williams.
Yeah.
We just know.
Well, I mean, yeah.
that's
if-
his.
That was obviously
If you
the
need an
Pokemon
iconic-
theme that
yeah.
he's been working on.
and actually, I lied. The final scene is Ash is throwing the
His ball.
Pokeball.
Yeah.
And it goes right to the screen. And it goes flat.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
And, dun, 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 dun,
And
dun,
it's
dun,
like
dun.
sucks up
3D.
the,
Yeah,
the
it is
audience.
going to be a 3D movie.
Yeah.
So it's just his journey of how he gets there. Then episode 2, that's what we call a New Hope.
Okay.
Even though it's kind of jumping the shark a little bit,
If you
but
will.
if you will, New Hope,
As it
dot,
were.
dot, dot, if you will, and that's when we really get down and dirty in some of the stuff that's going on. There's a lot of political
Okay.
corruptness, and
Yeah.
um,
And then you introduced Team Rocket at that time.
yes, yes,
Played
That's
by.
who now Team Rocket is how many people? Oh, it's 2 people.
No.
There's
That's
more?
The main in the anime.
Okay.
Team Rocket's like little goofy, like can't ever do it right. Like
Oh,
henchman
I got
Team
it.
Rocket.
Then I got it. It's all going to be played by the same guy. We'll use computer effects. It's going to be the guy, the little Indian dude.
I knew
midget
you were going to say that.
from Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka.
He plays them all. He plays like all the Oompa. He did a great job playing all of them in Willy
did,
Wonka.
yes.
So he will be. It's it.
Oh,
Done.
man.
So that's
Classic.
movie 1 and
Classic
2.
Michael.
So we'll be. And of course,
Okay.
the third movie will split into 2 parts.
I think I'll go ahead and do mine now.
Yeah.
I think you'll be proud of me because I did some research. Okay,
I can see that.
Yeah,
Of course, the guy with an entire he literally has a rough draft of the script on his laptop right now.
150 pages.
Show him the storyboard.
Yeah, no, I have all the pictures on here to give you some visual aids.
Yes.
So first off, I'm gonna start with the cast, just so then you can have an idea of everything. Okay.
Okay.
So mine takes place in the world we live in now, with Pokemon Go and everything. So
Pokemon Go exists in this movie.
Yes.
That's pretty meta.
So it is. So it's in this world. It's directed by Phil Lord and Chris Miller.
Okay.
So is it Chris Lord and Phil Miller? I don't know. The Lego movie guys.
You mean the Duffer Brothers?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
The Lego movie guys.
yeah. So they're
It's all
directing
Lego
it.
too, by the way.
Yeah, it's all Lego Pokemon. Anyway, it's 5 friends that are like late 20s, and they've been obsessed with Pokemon since they were like in middle school.
Okay.
And they've remained obsessed with Pokemon throughout their lives, and they've all been close friends.
Yeah.
And so now that everyone's into Pokemon Go, they're like, oh, we're the true fans of Pokemon, and they're kind of annoyed by everyone else all of a sudden being into Pokemon because they've been true to it the entire time.
Yeah.
These 5 friends are played by Thomas Middleditch, who
Excuse me?
is this guy from Silicon Valley.
Yes. Oh my God.
TJ Miller, also from
course.
Silicon Valley.
Of course.
He's like the obnoxious friend.
Okay.
Karen Sony, who have you seen the new Ghostbusters yet?
No, I have not.
Did you see Deadpool?
Yes.
He's the Indian taxi driver that's
Oh,
like real
perfect.
timid and funny.
Yeah.
Daniel Kaluuya, however you say his last name.
Okay.
He was in Sicario. He's also in a British show called The Fades. It only lasted 1 season. He's a
Okay.
really funny guy.
All right.
And Aubrey Plaza,
Okay.
because she's super awkward and stuff. So
Sure.
those are the 5 friends.
So this is not in keeping with the 3 main characters.
No.
This
a
is
reboot.
Completely. It's a reboot.
Yeah.
Reboot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Michael Shannon is going to be the head of an evil corporation.
Giovanni's-
good, yeah.
He's
Yeah.
the head of Team
Okay.
Rocket, or
Sure.
or your equivalent.
Just my equivalent of Team Rocket, yeah.
I'm a purist. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
See, in my version, I kept up with the
Yeah.
purists,
Come on,
but
you got to have fan service.
I can't. Yeah, I gotta respect the original source.
No, I'll get to that, though. Don't worry. Then Bill Hader and Will Forte
Okay.
they were best friends in college.
Yes.
And until one of them, and they were roommates, until one accused the other of stealing their holographic Charizard.
Okay.
So then they were.
So there are cards in this movie.
Yeah, there are cards and all that. So
Okay.
they stopped being friends, and since then, they've gone their own separate ways, and they've both become like Pokemon world champions.
Yeah.
And they're bitter rivals. And then Kumail Nanjiani, however you say his last name, this guy,
Yes.
Aziz Ansari,
Okay.
Masi Oka, who is
yeah.
let's see.
She's really cute.
No, where is he? I think this guy. I think that's Masioka. That guy, though.
Okay.
John Cho from Star Trek, and then Jason Mantzoukas. Where is he? He's from The League and a bunch of other things. He's a really funny guy.
Okay.
So all of them, they play like the henchmen of Michael Shannon.
Okay.
So those are like the bad guys.
Oh,
Okay.
cool.
James Hong, the old dude, the old Asian guy from Big Trouble in Little China,
Yes.
is the creator of Pokemon. So yeah, just
this
wait
is
for
great.
it.
This is
And then
Okay.
Cleopatra Coleman, she's also part of the henchmen of Michael Shannon.
Yes.
But she ends up turning good once she figures out what his plans are and everything.
Okay.
So those are the characters. Now I'll get into the plot. James Hong's character, the creator of Pokemon, he is actually from the Pokemon world, like from their universe.
Okay.
And something happens where their universe is dying. So he takes and he's like the last survivor,
Okay.
or human survivor.
Okay.
So he takes all of his Pokemon. He has 151. There were other species that are extinct.
Okay.
So he takes all 151 of his Pokemon and he uses Palkia who's a reality warping Pokemon, to tear into our
Very
dimension.
good.
Yeah, and he tears into our dimension to escape their dying world.
Okay.
Once he gets here, and this is like back, when was Pokemon created?
95.
Okay, so this is like in 95, 96.
Okay.
And he comes here. Then once here, he uses Arceus or Arceus. How do you say that? Arceus? Whatever.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. He uses him to create a pocket dimension
Okay.
where he can now put all of his Pokemon to keep them safe from the humans and everything.
Okay.
And then once they're in this pocket dimension, he somehow transfers them into the cards and video games and creates Pokemon. And people think it's all just this game and cards that he created.
So this sounds a lot like like Yu-Gi-Oh, like the concept
It is?
of the
Okay.
Yu-Gi-Oh anime. No,
I don't know anything
I
about
mean,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
not 100%.
Yeah.
But in the plot of the Yu-Gi-Oh anime is that these games or whatever used to be like these gods and these powered creatures that the ancient pharaohs would use, and you would summon them with these cards and stuff like that.
Interesting.
But yeah. So that's actually crazy.
That's cool. Yeah. So anyway, he uses them. He puts them in these cards and everything. And people just have no idea about it until like 20 years later in modern day.
Yes.
And Pokemon Go was this big thing, and something with Pokemon Go. I'm not sure what exactly. I'm still working out the details.
Source code.
My writing team is working on that.
Hey,
You got it,
guys.
Yep. Anyway, so
they got puppets in the window.
just a bunch of puppets.
Oh god.
So now people aren't just catching them on their phones. It's like they're everywhere, and of course, with Pokemon, it sounds cool. It's like, oh, sweet, Pokemon are real.
Yeah.
But a lot of them are terrifying and
Yes.
huge and, like, dangerous.
Yes.
So it's like
Incredibly.
this huge crisis. But Michael Shannon's character, who's this head of this evil corporation, wants to catch all the most powerful Pokemon to, create his own army and slaves and whatever.
Okay.
And it recruits all the top Pokemon experts in Asia, which are all the people I mentioned, to be, like, his Pokemon hunters.
Oh.
And once this group of friends, that the 5 friends, once they kind of catch wind of all of this, they're like, wait, we got to stop him. So they want to find Mewtwo before he can, to try to stop him. And so they go out on this quest to and it's like this race against this other team of Pokemon experts, and they have all these resources and money that can help back up their hunts for Pokemon.
Yes.
But these are just like 5 nerdy friends at like their servers at Chili's and stuff like that. So they're just kind of on their own. So they go out and they bring Bill Hader and Will Forte. Yeah. So they go out and
their
bring
servers at Chili's.
Yeah.
It's no big deal.
Yeah.
But they have to take down this corporation.
Exactly. You
have to read the script.
Underdogs. Yeah. Will Forte and Bill Hader, they're like really well known amongst Pokemon fans because they're like Pokemon World Champion card players or whatever.
Yeah.
So they track them down and they bring them back together. They recruit both of them individually, and then they realize
It's like Parent Trap.
yeah, it's like Parent Trap.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, are you kidding me? So they go at it, but then they're like, wait, we got to put our differences aside, and this is for the greater good. So they go up against them, and Cleopatra Coleman, who was working with Michael Shannon, she switches sides and joins up with the nerds and Bill Hader and Will Forte. So they go up against Michael Shannon and this big corporation to track down Mewtwo. So yeah, that's my plot.
I like that.
I like it.
I would see
like
all
it a
these
lot.
movies.
I'm proud of it. And then I even got like the pictures, like Arceus.
Yes.
And because some people say he may have like created the Pokemon
Arceus,
universe,
for
whatever.
those of you who aren't like super duper Pokemon nerds like I am, Arceus, I say Arceus, people say Arceus, people say Arceus, whatever.
Yeah.
So Arceus is supposedly like the creator, like god Pokemon. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have Arceus, who is the creator god Pokemon. You have Dialga and Palkia, respectively, control time and space, which combined together obviously form our dimensions. I think it'd be really cool to see something like like you said, sort of like this dimensional where Pokemon is sort of real in one world, and then in the Pokemon world it's really real.
Yeah.
But I also like the Pokemon Hunger Games too a lot. I think it's running the gauntlet of
it's running the gauntlet.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yes.
That's the
Who do
working
you think
title.
would win? If all the Pokemon went up against each other, who do you think would be the last
if
Pokemon
all of the
standing?
Pokemon went
That's a good
up against
question.
each other?
Yeah. What looked
So
like?
a group of Wobbuffet just standing in a circle, having no clue what's been going on the whole movie.
Oh yeah, we still need to know your cast.
Oh, my cast. Yeah. Okay, hold on. I chose Andrew Garfield as Ash.
Nice.
Oh yeah,
I
like
chose
that.
Emma Stone as Misty.
Hey, looky there.
And then for Brock, I couldn't think of someone with his like literally just line eyes. That are, so I thought of Channing Tatum because in the anime, Brock is sort of like this ladies' man, like just always chasing tail sort of person. So I thought of Channing Tatum because he can be funny.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Right?
I like Channing.
Okay. I have Kelsey Grammer as Professor Oak.
Nice.
Oh.
I have Amanda Peet as Officer Jenny. If you guys don't know anything about Officer Jenny and Nurse Joy, in the Pokemon anime universe, all of the female police officers are Officer Jenny, and all of the nurses at the Pokemon Center are Nurse Joy, and they're all related and they're all identical. And then the blonde girl from Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist.
Oh, dude, I remember when we watched that.
Her gum.
And she's like,
yeah.
she gets it out of the toilet.
My gum. Yeah. I think I've seen her in one other thing, and she's really sweet, and she just has like this welcoming demeanor. I think that she would be a really, really good
I like her.
Nurse Joy.
Yeah.
Nurse
Nice.
Joy.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, one last cast news from my the Oracle.
After mine.
Well, there's an Oracle that kind of helps predict all this stuff.
Okay.
It's played by Bill Cosby. So I'm gonna have him.
He needs to make a comeback too.
Yeah. So and he's blind. Apparently,
happened
in
to
real,
him?
in
Oh,
real
yeah,
life,
he is
I heard
going
he's
blind.
So
Yeah.
in the movie, the Oracle character is also blind.
That's what you get.
Yeah. So that's it. That's all, folks. Did a little circle.
Pokemon.
Oh man.
Book of Cosby.
But yeah, so thanks so much for watching this episode of Pitch It.
Yes.
You can follow Michael on Twitter at Mr. Danger Moss.
Yes.
And subscribe to his channel on YouTube,
Yes.
which is also Mr. Danger Moss.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, thanks so much for watching. Until next time, I'm Jordan Ross.
And I'm Michael Zavala.
And this is Michael Moss. Love you.
That was good. I like that one.
That was fun.
Subscribe, 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 subscribe.